Hello guys and welcome back to ZL3. So it is Thursday, November 9th, 2023, and if that day sounds familiar to you, then it should be, because this was the very day in 2018 that this very world of ZL3 was created. No, this is not the anniversary of the actual ZL3. No, that's in February, on February 6th. No. This is the anniversary of us creating this specific version of Zolazad 3, the one that takes place in the end dimension / space. On this day, the snowy tundra version of Zolazad 3 was deleted by us respectively because it wouldn't load anymore. Therefore, we needed to find a new location for Zolazad 3 in the future, which that would end up being where we are right now. 5 years later, we celebrate its anniversary for the first time ever. Like, we've literally never celebrated the anniversary of us being in this specific version until now. And I feel 5 years was the right time to finally do exactly that. This will not become a yearly thing. This will most likely only be a one-time thing, if I had to guess. Regardless, I've been working on this for hours. Long before we even hit 900 subscribers, by the way. Yep, I have been working on this since a few hours before hitting 900 subscribers, just to clarify. Now, I took a long break to celebrate that first. And now I came back to doing and working on this. That's why I'm filming this at the time that I am. Just to clarify. Which means I have zero clue if I'm going to get this out on the right day or not. We'll tell by the published date. But we'll see what happens. I'll tell you though, almost the entirety of Zolazad 3 here is decorated. Not everywhere, but I got almost the entirety of the world. I mean, you can't have literally everywhere decorated, but I tried getting as much of the world as possible. And you'll see what I mean as we go through this. With all that said, let's stop standing around and actually jump into it. First things first, the book. Let's read it. 5 Years in Space. 5 years ago, on Friday, November 9th, 2018, Universal Zolazad 3 was created to replace the snowy tundra version that was shut down the same day due to loading problems. 5 years later, on Thursday, November 9th, 2023, we celebrate half a decade of this world. Upcoming events, November 12th, 5 years party ends, and the lava eclipse begins. November 19th, the construction of the Festival of Lights will begin. November 26th, the Festival of Lights 2023 will begin. And on Sunday, December 3rd, the party will conclude and the December 2023 catalog will release. Keep in mind, this is only a weekend-long party. So get all the items and explore the party till Sunday, November 12th. P.S. An anniversary planet was originally planned for this, but LEGO didn't have time to make it, sadly. By Mr. Sheep. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Whew. That's true. There was intentionally and originally suggested by CoolCat33 that there was going to be an anniversary planet. Unfortunately, because of the long break I took off of this party to focus on celebrating 900 subscribers, I did not have the time to make the anniversary planet. But don't worry, we can do that at a later time, probably for ZL3's 7th anniversary in February to make up for it. Now, I know it would have made sense more for this anniversary since it's all about the space version of ZL3. But unfortunately, I think we're going to have to wait until the actual ZL3 anniversary in February to try this concept again. But yeah, just know CoolCat33 did suggest an anniversary planet, and I did consider it, and I was going to do it, but I just don't have the time now. But do know that hopefully I will remember this idea for ZL3's actual anniversary in February 2024. This book is already in the library. I literally made it right before recording. So, that can explain. And yes, night vision is on purposely for this anniversary. Just to make it look a lot more pretty. Anyway, let's begin. Officially. So this will be November 9th through the 12th, so it's only a 3-day party. And then, literally just 2 weeks later, this will begin. Which is only 1 week. Just like the ZL3 one. Anyway, as you can see, the world is decorated in a really heavily space theme. Yeah, it's pretty clear that it is clearly decorated like that, clearly on purpose because we're in space. Or more importantly, the end dimension. But we'll go with space for the sake of the world anyway, because this basically is exactly that. If the sky doesn't already make it itself clear. Anyway, the real point is, we actually already have our first item right here, which is the Universal ZL3 5th Anniversary hat. Let's put it on, and that is how it looks. So, yeah, that's how it looks right there. Now, I did tell you in, I think, the update video that this would be on a much bigger scale compared to the ZL2 version, which was only a mini version of this party. No, this is the real party. I only did that in ZL2 just because I had no idea what else to do for updates that day. But no, this is the real party. This is where you'll actually see the real legitimate stuff I had planned. Outside of the one thing I just mentioned earlier. About the anniversary planet. But, yeah. It would have gone right next to the Christmas planet up there. It would have gone like literally right next to it. But, oh well, there's always February. But yeah, you'll notice that there's plenty of decorations around the lab. Or at least the outside of it, as you can see. And yes, you may recall this item from the ZL2 version. That's because it was going to happen and coincide alongside both labs. With this being the main area you would normally get it in. And yes, this is the same item from that world, because it's meant to coincide across both labs. And yes, that is an item that you will be able to find as we go through the video. Because it is hidden somewhere in this party. It may be here down here in the lab, or it may straight up be in space entirely. You'll find out where that is as we go forward. Speaking of the lab itself, let's actually just head ourselves in there, because why not? Yep, it is really decked out in here, and I have no idea where Mr. Sheep is. Remember how I said I tried to get as much of the world done as possible? This wasn't one of them. But hey, not everywhere needs to be decorated. Plus also, it's already going to take forever to clean up this party anyway. Because boy, I decorated basically everywhere. And you'll know exactly what I mean when we get there. Because, whoo, did I decorate a ton of places. That's why I'm trying to also go through some of these rooms rather quickly. Because we have a lot to go through in a very short time. By that, I'm referring to the fact that we have until midnight to get this video done. But yeah, this is the lab office. Looks pretty nice, right? You can definitely tell there are a lot of space elements in this, as you can clearly tell. It's pretty clear there's a lot of space elements in here. That doesn't explain this nonsense right here, which basically is entirely space-themed. Oh, wait, that's this entire party. Scratch that. Yeah, that's this entire party. What am I saying? You can clearly tell this is heavily space-themed. And hopefully I better stop saying that, because it's gonna get annoying. But no, you get the idea, though. This is the flower shop, as you can see. Looks very cool. I have no idea where Flower Sheep or Mr. Sheep is. I did see a few sheep downstairs while decorating, so we should be seeing some. But yeah, this is the flower shop. It looks very cool. very heavily decorated for this party. And let's move on to the roof. Yep, even more heavily space-themed. It's pretty insane. And yes, most of this party consists of obviously the ZL3 colors in at least the space version. Not the original ZL3 colors from the very beginning of the entirety of ZL3's existence. God no, we normally save that for the actual anniversary. Anyway, this is how it looks. Looks very, very cool. We have a number 5 right in the middle, because it's been 5 years as of this very day since this world was created, which is really cool. And that's literally it. I literally have nothing else to tell you or show you, because that's literally the entirety of the room. Alright guys, we can head downstairs now. Now, just to clarify, not the entirety of the downstairs is decorated, so we're not going to be down here extremely long. For example, you can see there's not that much decoration in the hallway, outside of some banners, which again, I will find that item later. But do know that even the library in here is decorated, and where the heck is librarian shape? In fact, where are all the manager shape now that I think about it? Please tell me HQ Secretary's down here. Because if she isn't, we're kind of in trouble. Yes, thank God. And I realize the HQ is not decorated, but like I said, not the entirety of the downstairs is decorated. But I am glad I came down here, as I did need to update the map, as I never ended up doing that earlier. Regardless, look how cool that looks, and you'll notice that the planets have also been updated too, if you look very closely. You'll notice that the planets have been updated too, alongside the UFO, which we will get there very soon, after we explore the downstairs of the lab. And yes, okay, that was just some lag. But yeah, hi HQ Secretary. I know. Can you believe it's been 5 years since we opened this world? I know. I really can't believe it's been that long already. But regardless, the HQ is not decorated for this party, so yeah, that's why I left. But the library is, as you can see, it is heavily decorated with this party. And yes, there is the book that we just saw earlier. Oh yeah, now it's time to fill this shelf right here. But that's going to take a while, considering that's a lot of books that we still need to put in. And that's going to be a lot of weeks away until we're finished with this specific shelf right here. Yeah, that's going to lead us into 2024. Because normally we only get 1 book per week. Unless it's like a mission-based event that needs more than like 2 or something. But we're rarely seeing that nowadays. So, yeah, it's definitely going to lead into 2024. By that I'm referring to, we're going to probably finish this shelf by early 2024. Anyway, back to the point. Yeah, that's basically it for the library. There's basically nothing else I got to really say about this room. Outside of, yeah, looks like this. Of course, Rose Crystal's room is updated, despite her, you know, not being here. Yeah. Still quite a shame, though. Don't worry, she will be back for the 300th episode of ZL2. I 100% can guarantee you she will be back for 300 episodes of ZL2. 100% she will be here. Because that's Thanksgiving. She will have that entire weekend off. The weekend of Thanksgiving. So, yeah, don't worry. She will be here for 300 episodes, I promise. That's a fact. She told us a long time ago. She told me a long time ago that that would be the case. And thank God it is, because, good Lord, man. It's going to be nice having her around again. Even though it's only going to be for a few days. And then a few weeks later, we get her back for like a month. For like Christmas break and stuff. That's going to be really nice. Maybe I'll tour her around the Christmas party. That actually would actually be really nice, actually. You know, it's just being in this room, it reminds me that, yeah, I kind of wish Rose Crystal was here, I'm going to be honest. She would freaking love this. Oh, actually, though, speaking of which, she did comment on the 900 subscribers video, which proves that, yeah, she's still active. Just at least in terms of commenting. So, yeah, don't worry. She knows that we hit 900 subscribers. She saw the video and everything. So, don't worry. She's still active. Just not in terms of making videos. She'll probably do that when she comes back. But that's it for this room. I really have nothing else to say. Here's the underground party room. Looks very cool. Yeah, this is a really cool room. Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, there's not much to say about this room outside of the million banners that are in here. Like, jeez. I don't think I needed to go that nuts. Or in here either. But finally, we see some sheep. Jeez. Oh, it's only sparkles. Never mind. I stand correct. Wait! We actually got 2 of them in here. Who do we got outside of sparkles? Who do we got? Okay, Blossom. Okay. Yeah, let's get them out of there because, yeah, they're basically stuck in there. Okay. This is Snowland. All there is really just some banners. And this being updated down there is not updated. But yeah, even back here is updated. Looks really nice, I'm gonna be honest. It's very, very nice. Yeah, let's hope those guys don't get stuck again. That actually would suck. These rooms, these free rooms, are not updated. So yeah, we could just skip past them. But this is updated. I mean, why wouldn't it be? I mean, it's outside, so it would make a lot more sense. You know, notice how, like, nearly half the inside rooms aren't even updated for this party. That proves that, well, technically, yeah, at least half the inside rooms are updated for this party. But it's mostly outside rooms. Which is pretty good. Anyway, this is the balcony for ZL3's anniversary for the space theme. Looks very, very cool. Still no items, but our next destination might finally give us our next item. Well, we'll see. I gotta remember where I put them. But yeah, that actually wraps up the entirety of the lab rooms. You may have noticed I skipped past Classic ZL3, and that is because Classic ZL3 is not updated in this party. So this next one, we're going to have to require us to go up to the UFO. And the only reason is, wait a second, before we head up there, we have some decoration. As you can see, we do have decoration, and very similarly to ZL2. But yeah, here you can see we have a lot of decoration, which is very, very cool indeed. Alright, now let's make our way up. Oh yeah, and you may notice the beacon combines both ZL3 colors together. Woo! Whoa! We are going stupid fast. Good lord. We'll get up to the planets in a minute because those are updated. It's pretty clear that this is updated. Oh my god, is this still here from over a year ago? From the color party? Oh my god, how long has that been in there? And if that is the case, oh my god, that is still there from over a year ago. Jeez. I should really remove that. You know, it's actually funny. This banner was available right here in the ZL2 version of this party. As you can tell, it's been obviously swapped around in this version of the party. Also, a lot of things have been altered in this version to make sure everything is pretty much completely different, which is very good, as we want as many differences between the two as possible. You could clearly tell I'm starting to go with that by now. Oh, dang, it's 10:52. Good lord, man, it's late. I don't know, man. It's just been a long day. We had a long school day. We hit 900 subscribers. And also making this, too, at the same time. It has been one heck of a day for me. It really has. Like, holy frick, man. 3 insane things in one day. One day, mind you. And I got up at, like, 8:20 a.m. EST. Only for the day to be absolutely insane, and I mean in a good way. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of fun on this day. This was a very, very, very fun day, if I do say so myself. It's actually a coincidence that we do not leave space yet, as now we get up to the planets. And somewhere around here, we will finally find our next item on one of these many planets that you see around space. Now that we're in space, outside of the UFO that is, you'll notice that there are decorations. And you know what's quite funny? When coming up here, there were still banners here from the 100th episode of ZL 3 from almost exactly a year ago. That's insane how long it's been since that. Like, there were banners, like, specifically on these trees right here. That I actually had to go in and actually remove because I completely forgot they were still up here and it's been almost an entire year. I'm not kidding. Now, regardless, I obviously removed them and replaced them with these banners. Now, can we please hope that these banners don't stay up here for over a year? Or at least almost an entire year. Because that's exactly what happened with the 100th episode ones. And funny enough, even on Maze Galaxy, there was still a few remaining that I removed. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Now, just to clarify, on the inside of all of these planets, there is absolutely nothing. So I'm not going to go inside any of these planets going forward, as there is no decoration. Speaking of planets, we can actually make our way to the next one. Whoa! Whoa! We went a little too far there. Much better. That's actually where we needed to land anyway. As you can see, we have a ton of cakes here. And fun fact, did you know the Honey Galaxy was actually the first planet I decorated in terms of this? Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, prepare to see these ZL3 logos everywhere on all the planets as a nice little attention to detail. Because, yep, as you can see, they're freaking everywhere. Except for the Christmas planet, because I didn't decorate that for some reason. Arguably, that is actually the only planet that ended up never being decorated. Because I forgot. But it's a holiday-themed planet, so what's the point? Regardless, like I said, we do not need to go onto the inside of the planets as they are not decorated. But you can really get an overview of the planet from just like this very, screenshot or something. Sorry. From this very angle. There we go, that's the word. Yeah, from this very angle, you can basically get an entirety of the planet from here. Yep. Anyway, on to Underwater Galaxy. I know, we're getting a little lag. That's probably because we've had this world open for many hours. And so that's understandable that we're probably already now getting some lag because we've had this world open for a long time. I don't even know how many hours I've had this world open. I don't even want to question it. I want to say a good... Hold on. I want to say a good almost 12 hours. That's not a that's not a joke, guys. Almost exactly 12 hours. But yeah, this is Underwater Galaxy. There's nothing on the actual underwater. The only thing you can see is the ZL3 logo. At least in water-themed blocks. and a ton of cakes alongside some banners. That's literally all you can see here. So let's move on to Maze Galaxy, which, as you can see, assuming I don't keep flying all over the place. Oh! Yeah. Whoa! Okay, I'm actually glad we got a little lag there because I don't know. Oh my god, am I going to actually be able to make it? Thank you! Dear God, I felt like I was not going to make it there. As you can see, on the outer edges of the planet, you can see that there are banners. So, that's very, very cool. On the inside of the maze, you'll also notice that there's also banners whenever we reach a dead end. So that's also very cool. I will show you all the dead ends just to prove that there are banners here when you reach a dead end in the maze. Which is very cool, because it actually shows that you actually can find something within getting a dead end in this maze. Of course, since I have mastered this maze, I have no need to find all the dead ends, only just to show you the banners, respectively, which is exactly what I came to do here for, which is exactly why we're about to head down here. As you can see, wherever there's a dead end, there are more banners to look at, which is very cool. And by going to the official finish, you will see that there are candles on the cakes now, alongside more banners. And, from what a surprise, we finally... Oh dear God, that was lag. We finally have our next item, the Universe Hat. This item was first featured in the See You Soon party in 2019, and arguably outside of the throwback party, where that same item was featured in that same room, this has not been seen since. Or at least has not been seen outside of the original party if we don't count the throwback party bringing back that room. If we don't count that, then this item has practically not been seen since the See You Soon party. So this is very, very important, as it even references just ZL3 in general. So this item needed to be brought back for that reason. Regardless, now we're going to get out of this planet and move on to the Mushroom Galaxy. There is not too much here, which means we're not going to be here long, unlike the Maze Galaxy. You'll notice that on top of the mushrooms, we have cakes, with the two respective colored candles on top of them. You'll notice another ZL3 logo, which if you noticed on Maze Galaxy, there was no ZL3 logo. That's because of how small the planet is. Or more importantly, because of how crammed in the planet is. You'll notice that for the others, I was able to do it because there's more space. Well, except for that one, since I guess I never did it apparently. But this one I was able to, which is great. And just to clarify, there's nothing on the inside of any of these houses, although what you can notice is that there are banners for each, respectively. And again, the ZL3 logo, which you'll notice here. Outside of that, okay, that's not the first time that this has happened for me today. No. This is like the third time. Don't worry, I just have to reload the world. By that, I'm just referring to I just have to relog into the world. No biggie. No trouble here. That's not even a problem. I just have to just reload the world myself. And in fact, guess that actually worked in my favor, considering we had to go to the next planet anyway. Actually, why would that even make any sense? Alright, next up, the Evil Sheep Leader planet. Boy, despite Evil Sheep Leader not being around, and before you ask, I did remember his anniversary, I just ended up never making anything for it. So cool get 33, if you're seeing this. Yes, I did remember the Evil Sheep Leader anniversary, I just never made anything. We're good? No, in seriousness, I did remember that day. I just never made anything. That's why. I just forgot to make something. That's it. And that's my fault. So hey, we're doing it here instead. Even though it is 4 days late. Whatever! I'm making it up here instead. Which, as you can see, there are a ton of banners here. And on top of the little castles here, you'll notice that there's 5 cakes each, making a reference to 5 years. You'll also notice that on the hole connecting to the laser, there are cakes surrounding it. And there's another ZL3 logo on top of the castle, with more banners surrounding the castle as well, you can clearly see here. And also on top of the castle as well, you'll also notice the same thing. And even going inside the castle itself, you'll also notice that there's a ton of banners around here. Like I said, there is nothing on the inside, as I previously addressed. What's weird though, is that ironically speaking, for some reason this is somehow blown up. Now I don't know if this has anything to do with a previous event. Okay, I think this has something to do with a previous event, because this probably would not have gotten blown up either way. Is this still blown up from last year or something? I gotta go back and rewatch the videos of when this got blown up. Was this last year's Operation Dome? Or was this earlier this year in Operation Multiverse? I gotta go back and rewatch to see when this got blown up at some point. I swear, this had to have gotten blown up at some point, like this specific part. But when? I need to go back and rewatch. And well, that's it for the planets, because the Christmas one, as you can see, and as I previously addressed, is not updated. Because I guess I forgot to, apparently. But that doesn't stop us from still not going up to Special ZL3, the final area in this party. Now I know we could have taken the pipe, but that's going to take too long. But to make up for it, I will go down the pipe when going back down to ZL3. You'll notice that there are banners up here. And yes, finally we see these more sheep around here. We see special flower sheep, for example, and special Mr. sheep. But that's mainly because they're always up here. You'll notice that there's even more banners on the inside. And the only place to not have anything is the flower shop. Mainly because I didn't implement anything. When going downstairs, you'll notice that there's even more banners around the room. And that's practically all there is, actually. And actually, ironically, if you go into practically any room here, you'll notice that it's mainly just banners and no cakes. This is because I genuinely just didn't feel like adding any cakes here. But there's Special HQ Secretary for ZL3. And you'll notice that in the HQ, there are way more banners, which is very cool. Okay, I thought they left the room for a second. Actually, to prevent them from leaving the room, I'm gonna see if I can just lock them in there for a sec. But before I do, I wanna make sure I got the whole room. Very, very cool. Anyway, let's get out of here and move on to the next room, which is Special Snowland. This room doesn't have too much, outside of it having special librarian shape, which is meant to be in the library, obviously. You'll notice that Special Snowland does not have as much decoration, mainly because of the background, which still looks freaking beautiful as heck, by the way. Okay, as for you, you need to get back into the library, bud. And perfect timing that we're actually doing this, as actually the last room, ironically, in this party, except for one room I just realized I missed when we got up here. I got the lag. Again, I think that's because I've had this world open for so long. Not to mention Minecraft alone I've had open for hours at this point, so that probably can explain the lag. The final item in this party, I told you this would be found somewhere eventually, and that is the Universal ZL3 5th Anniversary banner. I told you this would be found eventually in this party. And with all that said, I'm going to put back on the hat. And that is officially every single item in this party. And ironically, the second to last room in this entire party. With the last room being Special Evil Sheep Leader's base. Which is the final room in this party. So, by going down there just real quick, we can see that there are a ton of banners here. which are very, very cool. And that wraps up this entire party. And not just that, this video as well. After 35 minutes to be exact. Good lord, that's a lot of lag. Woo! That is a lot of lag. But mainly it's because we're going down at a very fast pace. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this party? This is definitely a million times better than the ZL2 version, as this is the real party based off of this. I still enjoy both versions though, but obviously this one's the better version. Regardless, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next episode on Sunday, November 12th for the Lab Eclipse. It is going to be very, very fun. What is your overall favorite room and item in this party, respectively? This was a very fantastic way to celebrate 5 years of Space ZL3. Happy 5 years! And here's to many more years.